The decisive shootout. The Russian hockey team reached the Olympic final by defeating the Swedes. The Russian ice hockey team reached the final for the second consecutive Olympics. Alexei Zhamnov's team defeated the Swedes by a shootout and will now play against the Finns in the final. The regulation time and overtime ended with a score of 1-1, with the winning penalty kicked by Arseni Gritsyuk. After the day's semi-final, in which the Finnish national team had a sensational 2-0 win over the Slovaks, the organizers seemed to have predicted the outcome of the second semi-final and, perhaps, looked into the future. At the rehearsal for Sunday's final round awards ceremony, Russian hockey players, whose names were spoken during preparations, were awarded conditional silver medals. And the anthem at the conditional awarding was just Finnish. Compared with the game with the Czechs, 5-6 OT, Kirill Semyonov joined Vadim Shipakev and Andrei Chibisov on the first line. Stanislav Galiev, who played in his place, was not included in the roster, while Artur Kyamuev, who rotated during the game, became the 13th forward. The game itself was at times dominated by the Swedes, who nearly opened the scoring in the opening minutes if not for the bar and goalkeeper Ivan Fedotov. However, they seemed to be thwarted in the second period by Anton Slapyshev, who made an individual breakthrough to make it 1-0. But the Scandinavians didn't hold back, and in the third period they managed a scoring attack, which after a loss in the defensive zone to Arseni Gritsyuk, ended with a shot on goal by Swedish captain Anton Lander. The Russians couldn't get anything going on offense, their combinations didn't work, and the Swedes successfully kept the pressure on them. Already in overtime, the opponent had already forgiven the Russians. A Swedish player nearly lifted the puck in front of an empty net. In that 10-minute period the Swedes looked more interesting on offense than their opponent. We had to control the puck in overtime, because the Swedes were mobile skating, Zhamnov explained afterwards. Swedish head coach Johan Garpenlöv predicted what the Olympic final would be like. There will be a tight defensive game. Two strong teams that primarily take care of their zone, but they have technical players who can score. It's not likely to be a lot of goals, it will be a good final, he said.
That's all for today. If this information was interesting to you, put likes, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.